John wants to start working out. He wants to get fit and get lean. He passes by the gym on his way home and says, I'll start on Monday. He said the same last week and the one before that. He knows he won't start on Monday, but he feels better saying so. He's waiting for motivation, but the motivation never comes. Frustrated with his lack of commitment, he decides to scroll and procrastinate. The first time I went to the gym, I was so hyped and motivated. Finally, I was on the right path toward becoming the person who I wanted to be, until I skipped one day. After missing that day, it took me years to come back. I wanted to get in shape and to look good, but I just couldn't find the motivation to get started. I was constantly making excuses saying that I'd start next week or next month, that I'd wait until I get this or get that, but after getting it, I would not go anyway. I was building like a cluster of negative feelings in my heart and I was pushing them down, surrounding myself with distractions. I started losing trust in myself because every day I said that I'd start but I didn't. I let myself down and created this image that I was someone who doesn't follow through. One night I was watching Netflix on my couch and it finally clicked for me. It was a Friday night and I said to myself, today is the day you start. Not tomorrow, not on Monday, today. I stood up, went outside and started working out. The next day, I built some weights by myself and in the next few months, I was in shape already. Sometimes the thing holding us back the most is the fear to start. Usually things aren't as hard as we think they are. That's why today I'll be teaching you how you can finally start without being motivated. Let's begin. The reason why most people never start working out is because they think of it as something huge and intimidating. They think they need to go and do the perfect workout and sweat and do a lot of things when in reality, the only thing they need to do is just to show up. That's why the first step should be to start small. I didn't go to the gym and did a full workout on that night. I just went outside and did some push-ups. That was it. But little by little I started increasing the volume and the amount of things I was doing. Take out of your head this belief that everything needs to be perfect or that everybody would start looking at you when you come into the gym because you finally made it. No, everybody's focused on themselves and their fun, so no one will notice. If you've never been to the gym or if it's been a while since the last time you went, just focus on showing up. Get on a treadmill for 5 minutes and if you feel like it, do something else on a random machine and then go home. You will not get jacked in just one day anyway. We just want you to get started so that later you can keep going and then improving and find the workout that suits you best. The goal is to get you to the point where you don't have to think about it, where you become the kind of person who just goes to the gym without debating for hours whether to go or not, to then just not go anyway. The best way we can start this new habit and make it stick is with a technique called habit stacking. Habit stacking is attaching a new habit to one that's already established. For example, you can decide to go to the gym after getting off work. You will notice how much easier it's gonna be to just stop at the gym on your way home than to get home first and then try to go to the gym. So find a habit you already do and stack going to the gym or working out on top of it. I've noticed many people have succeeded after using this technique. They said that after brushing their teeth, they would put on their gym clothes and walk out the door. Once outside, they just needed to keep going in the direction toward the gym. That was it. Starting a new habit is not easy, especially one that is so daunting to many people. That's why we need to remove friction to make everything easier. Now imagine, you have the desire to go to the gym, but your gym clothes are hidden somewhere in your messy closet. The desire to avoid dealing with your closet is more potent than the one of going to the gym, so you don't go. That's why tricks like leaving your gym clothes or your yoga mat where you can see it, it's always useful. And not only do they make this art easier, but they also work as a reminder. They remind you of what you need to do so you don't have to rely on your memory to remember. Writing this line, you need to also make it enjoyable. Even if you get started, you'll never stick to it if you just see it as torture, so you need to find a way to actually enjoy doing it. You can start doing workouts you like, reframing your experience, or even better, you can do something you like while working out. For example, if you love listening to music, don't allow yourself to listen to music anywhere unless you are at the gym. at least for a few days. Your desire for listening to music will be way stronger than just working out, so you will find it easier to start going. Eventually, your brain will start associating working out with the pleasure you get from listening to music, and you'll start actually enjoying working out. Something else you can do is to reward yourself after a workout, but I don't recommend it to most people because they reward themselves with junk food or alcohol and mess everything up. Now, stand up and start working out. Goodbye.